time to get out your pad and pencil, cause it's time for the GOAT of soccer picks. Here he is, your host, Tijuana Raf.
Yo, what's up, everybody? On the pitch with TJ Picks. We're back at it on a special night, Thursday night tonight. Wasn't able to put the show on yesterday, hey, but we're here and we're ready to rock and roll. Baseball ended not too long ago. NFL will end soon. NBA will end soon. College basketball will end soon. But guess what never ends? Soccer and football. Guys, the greatest sport in the world, football, soccer, it never ends. And that's why you got to get in on the VIP soccer picks, guys. We're banging picks day in, day out, 24/7. Guys in the VIP chat are online betting plays at 4 a.m., 3 a.m. Pacific time. They're betting leagues from all over the world, guys. The exclusive VIP chat is where it's at. You don't only subscribe to the VIP and get picks messaged to you, emailed. Guys, you're part of a community of other VIP members who are like family, guys. When you join the VIP, you'll become a part of a family, and it's 24/7. I don't just send you guys picks. I'm right there with you, going through the games, doing my voodoo, getting everything crazy, getting everything going, guys, speaking to the universe, guys. Come see what the VIP is all about, guys. It's the best community in the business, and we hit these plays day in, day out, guys. The free Telegram is still there for those guys that want to take the free picks, guys. Lots of great free plays in the free Telegram. I've started this new thing, guys, in the VIP where I give my daily picks, my daily VIP card. It could be one play, it could be 5 plays. Recently, it's been up to 5 plays or more. You get that for $9.99. $9.99 for the day. You get the daily VIP picks, guys. Something new that I've been trying. I'm going to continue to do it. There will be a link for the free Telegram here on the show. But if you want the VIP or the daily picks, the rest of the month, 2-month package, 3-month package, guys, get in on the Winnable website. In my free Telegram, I will also post links, guys. Let's get right into it. We got a lot of soccer this weekend. We got some NFL. We also got the college football championship final game. We're going to go dive into it all. So we got a lot of work to do. Grab your pencils, grab your pads, and let's rock and roll. We're starting with the Australian A Soccer League. Friday night, the games kick off tonight in about 3 hours. We got one game. The first game of Friday is Melbourne City taking on Auckland. Melbourne City taking on Auckland. Melbourne City's plus 165. Auckland is plus 170. Auckland is in first place. 18 goals scored, only 11 conceded in 12 games. Melbourne Cities have scored 12 goals in 13 games, and they've only conceded 11. Two very good defensive teams, guys. Melbourne City is at home. They've been playing very low-scoring games. Auckland, on the other hand, has had some high-scoring games, low-scoring games, kind of in the middle. But because these two teams play very defensive, guys, I don't see too many goals in this game. We're not going to go with the goal market. Melbourne City, Auckland, we're going to go corner kicks, guys. Give me corner kicks. Give me over 9 corner kicks in Melbourne City versus Auckland. Next up, we have Perth Glory versus Brisbane Roar. That's at 2:45 Friday morning. If you stay up tonight, it's tonight. Current standings for these two teams, Brisbane Roar is in 5th place. 11 goals scored, 12 conceded, not scoring too many goals, not giving too many goals up. Perth Glory, 15 goals, 16 conceded, in 9th place. Perth Glory, Brisbane Roar, give me both to score, guys, both to score. Next up, Western Sydney Wanderers versus Newcastle Jets on Friday. Western Sydney Wanderers are plus 100. Newcastle Jets plus 208. Current standings, Newcastle Jets are in 4th place, 24 goals, 23 conceded. Western Sydney Wanderers, 11th place, guys. 9 goals scored, 14 conceded. They're at the bottom of the barrel, guys. Newcastle should be favored here. But what are we getting? We're getting Western Sydney Wanderers favored plus 100. Newcastle Jets plus 208. You know what, guys? I like goals here. I like both to score as well. Give me over goals and give me both to score. Next game, Central Coast Mariners, MacArthur. Central Coast Mariners are plus 220. MacArthur plus 115. MacArthur 14 goals scored, 17 conceded. Central Coast Mariners all the way at the bottom, 12th place, 15 goals scored, 20 conceded. Last head-to-head between these two guys saw a 2-2. Central Coast coming off a 3-0 loss. MacArthur also coming off a 3-0 loss. You know what, guys? Both of these teams need a goal. They didn't score a goal in their last game. Give me both to score. Central Coast Mariners and MacArthur. Friday, it takes us to the French League, the Farmers League. Monaco taking on Lorient. Monaco is at minus 152. Lorient at plus 378. Current standings, Monaco is in 9th place, 27 goals, 30 conceded. That's after 17 matches. Lorient, 20 goals scored, 29 conceded. They're in 12th place. Last game for Monaco was in the Coupe de France. They won 3-1. Prior to that, last league game, Monaco lost 3-1 Lyon. And the league game prior to that, they lost 1-0 to Marseille. Lorient won 3-1 in the Coupe de France. Prior to that, they had a 1-1 draw versus Metz. And prior to that, they had a 0-0 draw versus Strasbourg. This one, guys, it's a little bit tricky, but I'm going to have to go with a Monaco money line. Give me Monaco money line. Next up takes us to PSG, guys. PSG has not been the same PSG that we've been known in the last season with tons of goals and over games. This year has been a little bit inconsistent. PSG is in 2nd place, 39 points, 37 goals in 17 games, 15 conceded. They're going up against Lille. Lille's in 4th place, 33 goals, 22 conceded. The last 5 head-to-head between these two teams has been both to score. And you know what, guys? Lille has been scoring in at least 4 out of their last 5 games. I'm going to have to go here with the both to score. Lille versus PSG. Give me the both to score. We have one game in Serie A, Italy on Friday. That's Pisa versus Atalanta. Atalanta's in 7th place, 25 goals scored, 19 conceded. Pisa's in 19th place, relegation zone, guys. They just moved up, and they're looking like they're moving back down. In 20 games, they have 15 goals scored, 30 conceded. Atalanta's in 7th place. Last time these two teams faced off, though, we had a 1-1 draw in Atalanta. Atalanta's a minus 204 favorite. Pisa coming off a 2-2 draw versus Udinese. They did lose 3-0 to Como, and they have lost 2-0 to Juventus. Atalanta coming off a 2-0 win over Torino and a 2-0 win over Bologna. The current line for this match is Atalanta minus 172, Pisa plus 554, guys. Minus 172 is a little bit juicy. If you get it early or use it as a parlay piece, you got to take Atalanta here on the road. Atalanta money line minus 172. Next, we go to La Liga Spain for Friday. Espanyol taking on Girona. Espanyol is in 5th place, 23 goals scored, 20 conceded after 19 matches. Girona, after 19 matches, 18 goals scored, 34 conceded. Head-to-head, the last 2 times these guys played head-to-head was 0-0. 3 games ago, head-to-head was a 1-1 draw. Espanyol coming off a 1-1 draw versus Levante. Girona coming off a 1-0 win over Osasuna. You know what, guys? The last 2 games that these guys have played have seen 0-0, kind of an undermatch. based on the standings and what they need right now, guys. Give me both to score in Espanyol versus Girona. Last game for Friday, Mexican League, guys. Mexican League is kicked off. We're underway. We're in the third week. We have Mazatlan versus Monterrey. Current standings after 2 games, Monterrey is in 7th place. They scored 2 goals, conceded 1 in 2 games. Mazatlan is in 17th place out of 18 teams, 2 goals scored and 4 conceded. Last head-to-head between these two teams saw Monterrey win 3-2 at home. Mazatlan coming off a 2-1 loss to Puebla, and in week 1 they had a 2-1 loss to Juarez. So that's 2 games, 2 losses for Mazatlan. Monterrey, first game lost 1-0 to Toluca. Second game beaten Necaxa 2-0. So they have 1 loss and 1 win. And the current line for this game here, you know what, guys? We got to go with Monterrey money line, minus 150. Give me Monterrey money line. That's going to do it for Friday's soccer action. Quickly moving on into Saturday. We're going to go to a Africa Cup of Nations game, guys. We haven't really been touching these games too much, but we do have Egypt playing Nigeria. These games have seen a lot of low scoring, guys. So what I'm going to do is something different with one of these games. Egypt coming off a 1-0 loss to Senegal. Nigeria is coming off of who did Nigeria play? Nigeria went 0-0 versus Morocco. Morocco won with penalty kicks. So I believe this is the 2 teams that lost in the last games, Africa Nations. So I think this is the third plus game. Yes, it is the third place game. So both of these teams had very low scoring games, but this is a third place game. I would like to say to bet the under first half, but let me tell you something, guys. This is a third place game. Neither team is winning the trophy, the first place. So they might want to show off a little bit and score some games. They might not play as defensive as they normally would because it's a third place game. So you know what, guys? We're going to go over 1.5 goals. If you want to grab it live, the line's going to be low for this game, but it is going to be Egypt and Nigeria, third place game. Let's bet a couple goals, guys. Let's do something different. So that's what we're going to do on Saturday with the AFCON, Africa Cup of Nations game. Sprinkle some goals. You could probably grab it live at over 1.5. The line's going to be low because neither team played in a high-scoring game the previous game. So they might think they're going to come out defensive. Next up, Saturday, guys, we go to the Australian Soccer League again. Adelaide United versus Melbourne Victory. Adelaide United versus Melbourne Victory. Last time they faced off against each other was a 2-1 win to Melbourne Victory. The current standings right here for Melbourne Victory and Adelaide United. Melbourne Victory is in 7th place. Adelaide United is in 8th place. Melbourne Victory, 15 goals scored, 16 conceded in 12 matches. Adelaide, 18 goals scored, 19 conceded in 12 matches. Adelaide coming off a 2-2 draw versus Wellington Phoenix. Melbourne Victory coming off a 0-1 loss to Western Sydney. You know what, guys? What we're going to do here, we're going to go with a both to score. Give me both to score in Adelaide and Melbourne Victory. Next up, Sydney versus Wellington Phoenix. Sydney versus Wellington Phoenix. Sydney is playing very good defensively. 18 goals scored, only 7 conceded in 12 matches. Wellington Phoenix, 12 games, 19 goals scored, 22 conceded. Sydney is the favorite here at minus 213, minus 200. The last time these 2 teams faced off against each other, Sydney did win 1-0. The last 3 games have seen an under 2.5. Sydney did come off a big 3-0 win over MacArthur. Prior to that, they had a 0-0 draw versus Melbourne City. Wellington Phoenix, though, guys, has been scoring goals. Wellington Phoenix 2-2 draw versus Adelaide. Wellington Phoenix 3-0 win over Brisbane. Wellington Phoenix scored 1 goal versus Melbourne. Victory lost 5-1. They've scored at least 1 goal in the last 5 games. They didn't score last time versus Sydney, guys, but you know what? It's a new season. Give me both to score, Sydney versus Wellington Phoenix. And guys, you know what? We're going to move in to the Spanish League on Saturday. Since we got a lot of action, guys, I'm not going to go into all the games for Italy or the French League, but we will touch the Spanish League. Real Madrid versus Levante, guys. Let me tell you something. Real Madrid coming off a very disappointing, embarrassing loss. Real Madrid just lost in the Copa del Rey to the 17th place, second division team, Albacete, guys. It was unbelievable, guys. Things like that just never happened. They just fired their coach. This was the first game without their coach. And guess what, guys? They got beat by a 17th place second division team. Barcelona fans everywhere are jumping for joy, laughing at their Real Madrid fans, friends who are fans. Real Madrid, guys, is in a terrible streak right now. Mbappe has been hurt. But with all that being said, guys, they cannot draw in this game. They cannot lose. They cannot just win 1-0. They have to put the pedal to the metal and score a bunch of goals. Real Madrid versus Levante. Real Madrid is minus 625 for a reason. Real Madrid is also in second place, chasing Barcelona with 45 points. Barcelona is at 49 points. Levante, on the other hand, guys, is in 19th place. 21 goals scored, 30 conceded. You know what, guys? We got to go the over goals here, over team total Real Madrid. We got to get Real Madrid here on the spread, and we got Real Madrid money line as a big parlay piece, guys. Real Madrid has to win this game, and they have to win it big. Next game, Mallorca versus Atletico Bilbao. Mallorca is plus 287. Atletico Bilbao is plus 118. Bilbao did beat Mallorca 2-1. They have 3 both to scores in the last 5 between the two teams. Mallorca is coming off a 2-1 loss to Rayo Vallecano. Mallorca has 3 losses, 1 draw, 1 win in the last 5. Atletico Bilbao did beat Cultura León in the Copa del Rey. Prior to that, though, they did lose 5-0 to Barcelona. Prior to that, guys, they had 2 games in a row with the both to score. You know what, guys? I think Mallorca can sneak in a goal. Give me both to score, Mallorca and Atletico Bilbao. Osasuna versus Real Oviedo is the next game. Last time they faced off against each other was a 0-0 draw. Osasuna coming off a 2-2 draw in the Copa del Rey. Prior to that, they lost 1-0 to Girona. Real Oviedo is coming off of 2 straight 1-1 games. They have 4 draws and 1 loss in the last 5. Osasuna here is the favorite, minus 135. I got to go with the home team. Give me Osasuna money line. Next up, Real Betis versus Villarreal. Real Betis, after 18 games, have scored. Actually, Real Betis, after 19 games, have 31 goals scored, 25 conceded. Villarreal, 37 goals, 17 conceded. They've been playing very well defensively, but they are going to Real Betis. I like to lean with the home teams more defensively if they're at home, but since they're on the road, we're going to go with the type of game that Real Betis will play here. And you know what, guys? We're going to go with the both to score here as well. Give me both to score in Real Betis versus Villarreal. Moving on, guys, on Saturday, we're going to go to the Premier League, guys. The Premier League is back, and it's going to have some good games. Premier League, England Premier League, we have a big game here. Manchester City versus Manchester United. Wow, the line is only minus 110 for Manchester City because they've had some ups and downs. Manchester United at plus 270. Current standings, Manchester City is in second place, 43 points. Manchester United is in seventh place. Manchester City still trying to catch Arsenal there. Manchester United coming off a 2-1 draw. Actually, Manchester United 2-1 loss to Brighton in the FA Cup. Prior to that, they had a 2-2 draw versus Burnley. You know what, guys? I don't have any clue why the line's so low here. Manchester City did beat them. This could be a little bit of a trap, but I got to go Manchester money line, especially at the value of -110. Give me Manchester City money line. And then next up, we have Tottenham versus West Ham United. I got to go Tottenham money line. Chelsea versus Brentford, guys. Chelsea's been up and down. I never know what you're going to get with those guys. Chelsea did lose 2-3 to Arsenal, but gave them a fight. Prior to that, they won 5-1 in the FA Cup. Prior to that, they did lose 2-1, though, to Fulham. Brentford 2-0 in the FA Cup win over Sheffield. Brentford in the game versus Sunderland beat them 3-0, guys. We're going to get some goals games. I like this game for goals. Give me Chelsea, Brentford over goals for the match. Sunderland versus Crystal Palace is the next game. Sunderland is 21 goals scored, 22 conceded in 21 matches. Crystal Palace, 22 goals, 23 conceded in 21 matches. Last head-to-head saw them go 0-0. Sunderland, last game lost 3-0 to Brentford. Prior to that, they had a 1-1 draw with Tottenham. Crystal Palace, 0-0 versus Aston Villa. Prior to that, they also didn't score versus Newcastle, lost 2-0. I have a feeling here, guys, we're going to get a couple of goals. Give me both to score in Sunderland versus Crystal Palace. Next up, we have Liverpool versus Burnley. This has got to be a Liverpool win. The last time they faced off against Burnley, they only beat them 1-0. This is a stay-away game. Maybe it's a parlay piece for Liverpool at -500. Grandma style parlay with two other -500s. You get a juicy line, but that's how Grandma likes it. Leeds United is the next game versus Fulham. Leeds versus Fulham. Leeds coming off a 3-1 win in the FA Cup. Prior to that, they had a 4-3 loss to Newcastle. Fulham 3-1 in the FA Cup versus Middlesbrough. You know what? Fulham's been playing in some both to score games. They are on the road. They should win this game, but I think we're better off doing the both to score. Give me Leeds, Fulham, both to score. Then we have Arsenal, Nottingham Forest, guys. It's juicy, but you got to take Arsenal money line here the way they've been playing. It's -180. Maybe you could parlay that with something else. But I do like Arsenal to win the game. All right, we do have a couple games in Serie A that I want to look at. Serie A, Italy, we will take a jump into those because we got some pretty good names playing here. Napoli, I got the jersey on today. Napoli, I like this jersey. I did enjoy my time in Naples. I'm a fan of the city, and I do like the team a little bit here because of the experience I had there. Napoli coming off a 0-0 draw versus Parma. Sassuolo coming off a 2-0. You know what, guys? I got to go with the simple money line Napoli here as a parlay piece. Give me Napoli money line. Then we go to Juventus. Juventus versus Cagliari. Cagliari has been scoring some goals. 2-2 draw versus Cremonese 2 games ago. The last game, though, they did lose 3-0 to Genoa. Juventus coming off a huge win over Cremonese. You know what, guys? This is a simple game here. Moneyline parlay piece. Juventus money line. Then we got Inter Milan at -244 going to Udinese. And Udinese did beat Inter Milan the last time they played again. So this is a revenge game. Revenge game for Inter Milan. Inter Milan -200. And that's going to be a parlay piece. Parlay piece there for and you know what, guys, we will do a grandma parlay. We haven't done a grandma parlay in a long time. Grandma parlay, this one's going to be a little juicy, but we're going to take All right, you know what, guys? It doesn't have to be that juicy. It doesn't have to be that juicy, but we're going to take Juventus money line and Napoli money line. Parlay those two together. Juventus, Napoli money line, parlay grandma style. And if you want to use another grandma parlay for the day, we're also going to do Arsenal and Liverpool, guys. Arsenal and Liverpool money lines. Those are 4 money lines. Grandma likes them. They're juicy. Parlay them any way you wish, and you're going to have a grandma parlay. All right, let's move on into Sunday soccer action. Sunday soccer action. Actually, before we go to Sunday soccer action, sorry, I forgot. We have to do the Bundesliga for Saturday. Bundesliga for Saturday. Just didn't have it on the list. Bundesliga. There we go. Bundesliga for Saturday. Let me just pull it up. I think I got a little confused because we didn't go over the Bundesliga for Saturday. Bundesliga for Saturday takes us to Hamburger versus Borussia Mönchengladbach. And in that game, we're going to go both to score, guys. Both to score, Hamburger versus Borussia Mönchengladbach. In the next game, Köln versus Mainz. We have a Köln team who scored 25 goals, 29 conceded. Mainz, 17 goals scored, 29 conceded. We're going to go with the both to score there as well. In the next game, Hoffenheim versus Bayer Leverkusen, we're going to go over goals. Wolfsburg versus Heidenheim. We got to go with Wolfsburg money line. Dortmund versus St. Pauli, guys. We got to go with Dortmund money line as a parlay piece. In the big game, Leipzig versus Bayern Munich. We got to go with Bayern Munich money line. You can get it at a good value, minus 182 for that game. And let me just double check if there was a game on Friday in Germany, because I didn't see it on the list. There is one game, guys, going back to Friday. Werder Bremen versus Eintracht Frankfurt. Hey, we're going to go both to score there. Both to score. And that'll do it, guys. That'll do it for Saturday soccer action. Let's move on to Sunday. Sunday soccer action. And we're going to take ourselves to Bundesliga. Let's start with the Bundesliga since we're there. Stuttgart versus Union Berlin. We got to go with the Stuttgart money line. Give me Stuttgart money line. Augsburg versus Freiburg, guys. Augsburg versus Freiburg. Augsburg coming off a 1-1 draw with Union Berlin. They couldn't get the win. We needed them to score one more goal today. We had the over 2 we pushed, so we weren't too mad about it. Freiburg coming off a 2-0 loss to RB Leipzig. You know what, guys? Augsburg hasn't been scoring, but they got into the net this week. Freiburg didn't score versus Leipzig, but they did score 2 versus Hamburger and had scored 2 in a row. You know what? I'm going to go both to score Augsburg versus Freiburg. Augsburg versus Freiburg. And then we do have the Africa Cup of Nations finale. Morocco versus Senegal. And that's coming up here. It's the final. These are usually low scoring. Morocco's got some stars. Senegal's got some stars. Morocco did very well in the last World Cup. Senegal is looking to have a good game, good season in the World Cup. You know what, guys? Let's go both to score in the Africa Cup of Nations, Morocco versus Senegal on Sunday. Premier League, Wolves versus Newcastle is the next game. This is in Wolves for the Premier League. Wolves are currently in. Wolves are the bottom, guys. Bottom of the barrel, 20th place, 7 points. Man, they're in the relegation zone. They're the furthest down. 15 goals scored, 41 conceded. The Wolves are in trouble. Newcastle United is in 6th place. You know what, guys? I hate having to think that the Wolverhampton Wolves are going to be gone, but they haven't been playing that great. Newcastle did beat them 1-0 in the last game. Wolves did beat the Shrewsbury 6-1 in the FA Cup Wolves has been scoring. They've been scoring at least one goal in the last 5. They are at home. This is the juice isn't that big for Newcastle. I think Wolves can sneak one in. Newcastle should win. Let's go with the boat to score Wolves, Newcastle United. Aston Villa versus Everton, guys. I got to go Aston Villa money line. Aston Villa money line. And Barcelona returns in La Liga Spain on Sunday, taking on Real Sociedad. We got to go Barcelona money line. Barcelona money line. Atletico de Madrid is at home versus Alaves, guys. That's going to be Atletico Madrid money line. And we're going to grandma those, guys. That's going to be the grandma parlay. Grandma parlay for Sunday, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona. Nice and simple. Nice and simple. We do have a Serie A Italy on Sunday. I'm going to touch on a couple of those games. I do see some over goals in Bologna versus Fiorentina. I see a boat to score in Torino versus AS Roma. And then we have AC Milan. AC Milan coming off a big win today, 3-1 over Como. You know what, guys? They are at home. I think they're going to come with this momentum. They are minus 357 favorites here. So give me AC Milan and the spread, the goal spread here. AC Milan with the goal spread. And you know what, guys? On Saturday, I did skip the Mexican Soccer League. So we're going to go back to that. Saturday, Mexican Soccer. Saturday, Mexican Soccer. We have Necaxa versus Atlas. Necaxa 3-3 goals, 3 goals scored, 3 goals conceded. Atlas 1 goal scored, 2 conceded. And this was in the first 2 games. The last time these guys have faced against each other, that we've seen 3 out of the last 4 go both to score. Necaxa has 1 win, 1 loss. Atlas has 1 win and 1 loss. You know what, guys? Give me both to score. Atlas versus Necaxa. Next up, we have Chivas versus Querétaro, guys. Querétaro is at plus 900. Chivas minus 333. Chivas team total here. Give me Chivas team total over 1.5, and use Chivas money line as a parlay piece. Then we have Tigres versus Toluca, guys. A rematch of the final. We got to go both to score there. Cruz Azul versus Puebla. Cruz Azul's minus 250. Not used to seeing these heavy juiced odds in the Mexican Soccer League, but Cruz Azul money line should win. Club Tijuana versus San Luis. Give me both to score San Luis and Club Tijuana at Tijuana. And then Saturday's Mexican Soccer for Sunday. Actually, yeah, for Saturday. Sorry, for Saturday. Let me just double check. Yep, for Sunday, I did give Saturdays. Now I'm going to give Sunday's Mexican Soccer. Mexican Soccer for Sunday, we have Pumas versus León. This one right here is an interesting one because you never know what you're going to get. Last time they faced off each other was the 1-1 draw. Pumas has 1 win, 1 draw. León has 1 loss, 1 loss, 1 loss and 1 win. They have seen it both to score and both the 1 loss and the win. Give me both to score, Pumas and León. Next game, Santos versus Juarez. I got to go over goals in Santos versus Juarez. Then we got Pachuca versus Club America, guys. Club America is not looking so good right now. Club America in 2 games has 1 loss and 1 draw. Game 1, they tied 0-0 versus Tijuana Cholos, and they lost 2-0 versus San Luis. Pachuca did lose 2-0 to Chivas, but then they beat León 2-1. You know what, guys? Club America still looking for their first goal of the year. Pachuca has scored 2 goals in versus León, didn't score on versus Chivas. Give me both to score here, Pachuca versus Club America. And one more set of soccer games, guys. We're going to finish off with the soccer with the Champions League, guys. Champions League on Tuesday. We got a Champions League is back, and it's on Tuesday. We're going to do a quick rundown. Kairat Almaty taking on Club Bruges. These guys are bottom of the barrel teams. Bruges is in 31st place. Kairat Almaty is in 36th place, but it is at their home field. You got to be in the top 24 to qualify. I mean, these guys really aren't playing for anything right now. Just, hoping they can get a win here and there. The details here, Club Brugge is minus 169. They're the better team. It's tough to play at Kairat Almaty, but I got to go with Club Brugge, guys. Stronger European club. Giving Club Brugge at minus 160 on the money line. Next game, Bodo Glimt versus Manchester City. Manchester City is in 4th place. Bodo Glimt all the way at the bottom. 9 goals scored, 13 conceded in the Champions League. Manchester City, 12 goals scored, only 6 conceded. You know what? Manchester City money line at minus 244. I like over goals here as well. That's going to be the picks. Next up, Copenhagen versus Napoli. Copenhagen versus Napoli. These guys are actually 23rd and 24th, both battling to stay on top. They both want to get a win here. They're both playing pretty good. You know what, guys? I got to go with the both to score here. Give me both to score, Napoli and Copenhagen. Next up, Inter Milan versus Arsenal. This should be a good matchup here. First place, Arsenal is in first place in the Champions League. Inter Milan is in 6th place. They are playing at Inter Milan. Last time these guys faced off against each other, Inter Milan did win 1-0. Let's go both to score here. Inter Milan versus Arsenal. Then we have Olympiacos versus Bayer Leverkusen. Olympiacos is in 29th place. Bayer Leverkusen is in 20th place. This is pretty even on the money line, plus 156, plus 172. Give me both to score, Bayer Leverkusen, Olympiacos. Real Madrid versus Monaco, guys. Real Madrid is minus 357. They are going through some tough times right now. So you know what, guys? Give me both to score. I think Monaco get a score in. Both to score, Real Madrid versus Monaco. Of course, Real Madrid should win this game at minus 357, but there's no value there. So I'm going to go with both to score. Sporting versus PSG. PSG is at minus 127, and Sporting is at plus 288. Sporting is in 14th place, still in the realms to qualify, top 24 qualify. PSG, 19 goals scored, only 18 conceded. Both have been pretty good defensively, but you know what, guys? Give me both to score, Sporting and PSG. Then we got Tottenham and Borussia Dortmund. I'm going to go with the both to score there. And we're finishing off Tuesday's Champions League, Villarreal versus Ajax. I got to go Villarreal money line as a parlay piece, guys. That's just a little taste of the Champions League. And that's all that we got for soccer, guys. Let's go to the NFL. We got playoffs. We got the playoffs on this weekend. Let's see. All right. NFL, American football, Buffalo Bills at Denver Broncos, guys. Buffalo Bills, Broncos. Broncos are -1. Bills are +1. And you know what, guys? I said this last week. I think the Broncos are the most overrated that are in the playoffs. I know they got a bye in the first week, so they didn't get a game. Bills are coming off a 27-24 win. Good game, close game. There's a lot of points, but we also do know that the Denver Broncos are known for their defense. That's what they're known for. They're going to have a defensive battle here. They're going to make the Buffalo Bills work. With all that being said, guys, if you want me to tell you straight up, I don't think the Buffalo Bills, They've been struggling. They have been playing pretty well, but I do believe they were better last year. They don't have to face the Chiefs or Lamar and the Ravens this year, but they do have the Denver Broncos, which is probably one of the best defensive teams that's still left. If I were to go just, coin flip this game, I think the Buffalo Bills are going to take the win here. I know the majority of people are going to be on the Broncos because of their defense, but I think that the Buffalo Bills have the better quarterback and possibly have a couple few better weapons than the Denver Broncos. Trying to see what the over-under here is. It's 46 points, and I love my teasers. I love my teasers here. Producer here saying that Cook should have a bounce-back game, big game here. The Denver Broncos do pretty well versus the run. So, you know what, guys? This game here, if I were to tease it because it's at Denver, I'm going to go the under points, and I'm going to go under 53 and give me Buffalo Bills +8. Bills +8, under 53 for the teaser, guys. I really love that teaser. And if I'm going to flip a coin, and based on my messages and comments from the last week, guys, I'm going to say that Buffalo Bills win this game straight up. Money line, Denver Broncos, the most overrated team in the playoffs. You had a bye week just to get smacked by Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Next game, San Francisco versus the Seahawks. Talking about defense, guys. We're going from probably the best defensive team in the AFC, Denver Broncos, to the best defensive team in the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. The last time these two teams faced off against each other was a 13-3 win, and the over-under was 50, guys. So, you know what, guys? I think the whole world's going to be on the Seahawks -7, but if you're going to give me those points, I got to go with the teaser. Give me the teaser, 49ers +14, 49ers +14, and give me under 52. 49ers +14, under 52. And I'm rooting for the Niners, but we're just not sure who we're going to get here. It looks like Seattle might take it, but I will be rooting for the Niners. Next, Sunday's games, guys. Sunday's games takes us to New England. New England and Houston. You know what? Man, Houston did come out and took down the Steelers, man. What a game. It was that, I got to touch on that game a little bit, guys. Another crazy stuff happened on the fourth quarter. There was a lot more points in the fourth quarter. This game was like, the Steelers were keeping it close. I needed them +10, and I didn't get it because all of a sudden, they started fumbling and it just got out of control. Houston dominated that game at the end. But because of the fact that we're getting points here, Houston's at +3. Patriots are at -3. New England can also play a very good defense. This is a low over-under. But you know what, guys? I'm going to have to go with the Patriots on a teaser +10 and give me under 47, +10 and under 47. And I will be rooting for New England Patriots to win this game. New England Patriots to win at home. Next up, we have Chicago Bears and the Rams. They're saying it's going to be cold and that the Rams aren't going to be able to handle it. That's been what's been going on in the media. The over-under is 48 points because it's going to be cold. But you know what, guys? Because of that, all that hype, all that media, everybody's saying that Chicago Bears are at home. It's going to be icicle. LA boys can't handle it. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to tease the over in this game, guys, because the whole weather thing is, telling everybody to bet the under. Give me the over 41 and give me the Rams +11 points. Rams +11 and give me – actually, wait, no. The Rams are -4. Sorry about that. For some reason, I was looking at it wrong. With that being said, though, you know what? I'm going to have to take the Bears on the spread at +11 and over. Sorry. Bears plus 11, and the over 41. But my straight pick for this game is going to be Rams -4, if that makes any sense, because I think Rams are going to win based on everything that's being said. I know that doesn't make sense to do that and take the teaser, especially if I'm going to go the Rams, but it might be somewhere in the middle, guys. So give me the Rams -4 and Chicago Bears in the teaser plus 11, over 41.5. And I hope the Rams do win and they go in there and beat up on Chicago and Caleb Williams. And that's going to do it for those games, guys. We do have one more game that I want to talk about, and that's going to be on Monday. And that's the college football championship game, final game of the season. And you know what, guys? These college games have all gone over. They've been, even with good defensive teams, and I think that's going to continue into Miami. Indiana's -8.5. Miami's plus 8.5. It's going to be Mendoza, who's going to the Raiders. You know, that's my team. Poor guy. He's going to go to the Raiders. He's playing at home. Miami's playing at home. They got the home field advantage. And if I'm going to go teaser, we've been doing really good with the college teasers as well. I'm going to go with Indiana minus, if you tease it 7 points right now, it's Indiana -1.5 and over 40.5, guys, over 4.5. That's going to be my favorite teaser for this final game of the NCAA national championship games, guys. I like this play a lot. I even like the straight over a lot, just because of anytime these games possibly go to overtime in college football, you get back and forth, score, the next team scores, maybe double, triple overtime. Don't be surprised if this goes into OT, even though the spread is so big. My best teaser for this game is Indiana -1.5 and give me over 40.5. I love that one a lot. And that's what we're going to take, guys, in the final game of the NCAAF National Championship, Indiana versus Miami, guys. Don't forget, free Telegram. Rest of January VIP is on a special deal right now. Check the links. Got some special deals for the rest of the month if you want to get in. If you want the daily picks, $9.99. Daily picks for the day. Going to be a good weekend to get on board on the soccer. Once again, guys, thanks for your support. Like and comment my reels when I post them. Come join the family. If you're not in the VIP, come see what it's all about. Become an exclusive VIP member. Start cashing with soccer today. Thanks again, and good night.
Time to get out your pad and pencil, cause it's time for the GOAT of soccer picks. Here he is, your host, Tijuana Raf.